Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Tourney Review. Today we're talking about Comet Clash Season 6, Number 8. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so today, let's start with doubles. Alright, so today I went ahead and ran back the team with my boy, SSS Hunter Lychee. So we went ahead and ran that same team again from last week. If you were here and watched the last episode, it's basically Ike Lucina, and sometimes we go Byleth in case the matchup is really bad. But let's go ahead and get it started with round 2. So we went ahead, first round we went against the team called Brown Power, which is Skits and Navs. Skits, good friend of mine, warrior player, super good at the game. And Navs, I think I talked about him last video too, but he's a PT player. Our friendlies usually went back and forth, and yeah, so it definitely wasn't going to be an easy match. Started off game 1 on PS2, and they were doing the team of Wario and Kirby. Now, Navs plays Kirby in doubles a lot, so it wasn't really a surprise here. I think we were doing pretty well in the match overall. I just think we were having a really hard time closing out Kirby's stocks. It wasn't as good as we could have done, and we ended up dropping that game. But game 2, they started to like troll a bit, and they went like reverse main. So Skits was playing Kirby and Navs was playing Wario, and I had like this, and we went to Battlefield, and they kind of were getting destroyed the whole time. But I had this like really bad SD at like 0 off on like the right side of the stage, trying to quick draw back, and yeah, it did not end very well, and the game was a lot closer than it should have. But we managed to clutch that one out. They decided to go back to Kirby and Wario, and we were doing pretty good. We were keeping it close this third game. We were just playing well, spacing well, getting kills, but I think Hunter got a waft comboed around 30%, and that sort of just took one of our stocks away, and we couldn't make up that deficit, so we ended up dropping that set 1-2. Losers round 2, we went against a team of Karma Krem and Jared. Karma Krem I had never really seen before, but he's a Greninja player that you'll see later, and Jared I think is just one of his friends that comes and he teams with. I kind of forgot what Jared played, but Karma Krem definitely was playing Greninja, and since I can't remember much about the set, it wasn't too bad. I think game 1 we took him to PS2. They just had a hard time beating us. We had a lot of range, we killed them early, and we took game 1. Game 2 was really close, if I can remember correctly, because it says it was 2-1, spoiler alert. So they probably H'd it out, last stock, last hit, and then game 3 we went ahead and closed it out, and we beat them 2-1. Moving on to game 3, we fought the team of TM, Dr. Bowser MD, which is a team of Emoticon and Zabel. Emoticon is a really good Bowser player that comes to CC often, and Zabel is a really good Dr. Mario. So again, good opponents. We were definitely not underestimating them at all. So we ran it through with the Ike Lucina team on PS2. It wasn't that close, honestly. Game 1, I feel like we got kind of bodied. We weren't really fighting them well. Basically, we weren't edge guarding Dr. Mario, which Lucina is really good at, and Dr. Mario has a very bad recovery, so he was living for way too long. He was doing a lot of damage to me and Hunter, and Bowser is just a problem in general to deal with because he's hard to kill. He lives very long, so we ended up dropping game 1. But game 2 comes around, and I'm like, Hunter, you gotta edge guard this Dr. Mario. Like, if you edge guard this Dr. Mario, it's actually free. So we went to town, and Hunter just went really he went really hard on these edge cards. He like gimped Dr. Mario at like 30%, and then I gimped him at like 40% when I saw he didn't have a double jump and he air dodged a ledge, and that was just really good. It wasn't that close because we were edge guarding well, and yeah, that happened. So then on game 3, I think we picked the wrong bans. We decided to ban like Smashville and Battlefield, I think, and they took us to Yoshi's. Thing about Yoshi's, it's very volatile, I think, for both teams. I can get some really early back air kills on Yoshi's because the side blast zones are very close. But Bowser's also really good because 1, the side blast zones are close so he kills, and 2, his side B goes to the top platform, which means he kills earlier. And also Dr. Mario's down B will kill way earlier because it's a horizontal knockback, and since the blast zones are really close, it'll actually kill super early on that map. So we decided to take them there. It was going pretty well, all things considered, but I think they definitely just liked that stage a lot more than we did, even though I think that's Ike's like best stage, at least for me personally. But it was a close game, and we ended up dropping that set 1-2. So we ended up going 1-2 in doubles for 9th place. Now moving on to singles. Okay, back with singles. So let's go ahead. And so I started off winners round 2 because I got a bye. I wasn't in winners round 1. That's for a bit of the lower seed. So I was actually seeded 23rd at this tournament, which I don't think they're updating my seed, even though I'm only going like bye length now, and I haven't been doing the best, but 23rd is fine. And then I went against Karma Cramp round 1, and this was the person I played in doubles along with Hunter that we beat. That was our 1 win for our 1-2. So I knew he played Greninja, and he was definitely the better of the 2 players. Not that the other player was bad, but he definitely was doing some stuff. He was moving a bit. So game 1, I started off Byleth. We went to PS2, and he got like a really early gimp on me. He sort of like hit back air, and then side B. He did it to me in the double set too, but I wasn't expecting him to do it again. And I died at like 40%, and it's super hard to make up a lead against Greninja. So rather than like explaining the rest of the game, it was just very unfortunate. I couldn't really make up the lead, and I dropped the set 1-0. At this point, I was really thinking of going Ike because, of course, he's a good player, but I really thought that if I went Ike, it really wouldn't have been too much of a problem. But no, I was going to stick it out. I wanted to grind out the matchup just to, get experience and play the Byleth more in like a tournament setting. So I went Byleth again. I took him to Yoshi's Story, and that went really well for me. I was just doing a good job of killing him. I was catching his jumps with up smash. I got a really early back air kill. And he was gimping me a bit, and he was doing some damage, and it was pretty close. But I decided I ended up clutching that game out. And then I think game 3 is again where I messed up bans. I know Greninja's best stage is definitely FD, but I really didn't want to play on Kalos, and I really didn't want to play on Town. Now that I'm looking back on it, I might have left Town in exchange for banning FD, but what can you do? So he took me to FD, and it was going pretty well for a little bit. Like, it was pretty even. I was getting stocks early, he was getting stocks early, and it was all good. But around the second stop, he just started turning it up, and maybe I was just not playing as well as I should have. I should have been very patient and not approaching as always, because Byleth is very good at zoning and controlling an area. But since I wasn't doing that, I got blown up a bit. And I think it was like he was still at 2 stocks mid%, and I was like 1 stock mid%. But I had like this really good comeback. I got this like really good up smash read, and I was like making it back. And then it was like last hit. He was basically like 90%. I was like 150. And I decided to like bet it all on a roll. Like I was trying to bait his roll in with an up smash, and I ended up up smashing, and he like jumped over me and fared me, and that was it. It was so sad. Lost the set 1-2. I think I definitely could have gone to the next round, but what can you do? I ended up dropping to losers round 1. Now in losers round 1, I fought someone named Renair. I had never seen this person before. At CC, I think they were a new player. They weren't too bad, but they definitely played Joker in the set, and I don't really have much to say about it. The games weren't too close. It was a 2-0 in my favor. Just gonna spoil that real quick. He seemed like a new player. He probably was playing Joker because he was cool, and he's a good character and all. But his combos just weren't really there. He didn't really have kill confirms down. His pushing advantage with Arsene, he would just sit back and fire Agons, which is fine because I'm just stalling at your Arsene at that point anyway, because I'm just gonna shield it. So the games weren't really too close. Nothing too notable, and I took that 2-0. Moving on to losers round 2, I ended up fighting the man, the myth, the legend, Nick Duggan. Or I would have said that if he actually was there. So my round 2 is actually a bye because he DQ'd on Nick Duggan. I've played him before in tournament. He's like a super chill guy. He plays Sonic. And that matchup is super bad for Ike. So I don't think I would have gone Ike even if I went down 1. That's actually like Ike's worst matchup. And I didn't know that until I played him. And then I looked on the Ike Discord. I'm like, yo, how am I supposed to fight Sonic with Ike? And they're like, you don't. It's like literally the worst matchup for him, which I agreed with because there's almost nothing I can do to contest Sonic's speed. And the spin dash is really good at beating out Nair because you can just jump with it and beat it out. So it's really not that great. So again, he DQ'd, so there's not really much to say here. I took the bye, and I went on to losers round 3. So in losers round 3, I had to end up fighting my boy Tispy. Tispy is this super good Ike player from the DFW area. He like gets top 8 at Shockwave sometime. He's just really good. I think his Ike plays super clean, and obviously I want to be able to get as good as that one day. But he was going by the tag That Asian Gamer because he was playing secondaries only. So like only Lucina, only Joker. Those are his 2 secondaries. I think he's wanting to train them because he's realizing that solo Ike isn't super viable, which I know too, but I think I'm too stubborn to pick up like a secondary like that because Byleth is definitely worse than Ike. But yeah, so I played him. Round one, we gentlemened all of the sets to PS2 because, you know, that's basically what we do when we play friendlies, and we were just not really going to counterpick. So PS2, game one, the set was really close. Fighting against Lucina, the thing about him, it's not that his Lucina combos are on point, he's just really good at reading habits that you have. So, like, he'll know when I'm going to roll up and then he'll F smash me, or he'll know when I'm going to neutral get up and he'll grab me. And he knows how to get a lot of damage off of one opening, so he hit like a lot of up air strings. But honestly, it was pretty good. I think I stole game one from him, so the set was really close, and then he was up on me, but it was like last stock, last hit. I think I back aired him near ledge around like 70-ish, and that sends really far on the sweet spot, so he had to air dodge in, and he was kind of low, and I knew he was going to jump up B, but I also know if you drag down with a Byleth in air, if you get hit by one hit, they get like a semi-spike, and most people don't know how to react to it. So I knew he was going to recover like that, like right below ledge to like dolphin slash up. I think that's what it's called for her at least. And he got hit by one hit, and he like tumbled down and air dodged on accident, like a panic air dodge, and he lost game one. And then games 2 and 3, sad to say, they were both like last stock, last hit, very close. Game 3, he definitely had downloaded me at that point. He was like mid% his last stock, but game 2 was definitely a heartbreaker. He got me with a ledge get up, like a roll get up read at like 90% when he was at like 130, and he won that game. And then at game 3, he had downloaded me. He had you know, all the Byleth stuff, all the Byleth tech already down, and yeah, he ended up taking that set 2-1 in a heartbreaker. So I definitely ended up going 2-2 today, and even though it was the same score as last week, since there was so many more people, that was for 33rd, which is fine. I honestly think my Byleth is getting a lot better because he's a good player, and I'm really putting in the effort to like play them in a tournament setting, even though it's not better results. I think I'm playing better, and I'm more happy with how I'm improving than I was at previous times. So that'll be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment if you have any questions about anything Tourney going or anything. Check out the streams, got at least 5 a week, and maybe more if I'm feeling it. Follow me on Twitter. The link is actually updated below because it's until the wrong one, and I didn't notice until today. And yeah, thank y'all for the support. I'll see you guys next week in next episode. Have yourselves a good one. Goodbye.